everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review. And today's review is in association with MarvelousNews.com, your #1 news source for everything Marvel. And for today's review, we're going to take a look at the new S.H.Figuarts Avengers Age of Ultron Iron Man Mark 43 figure. Now this figure comes packaged in the same kind of standardized window box type packaging we've seen with the other S.H.Figuarts Avengers Age of Ultron figures. We've got the figure clearly displayed in the packaging. Off to the side you've got the Iron Man Mark 43 name. You've got a picture of the figure down below along with the Avengers Age of Ultron logo. And then you've got the Avengers logo on the window, as well as Iron Man's arc reactor. And then you also have a little brief bio for the S.H.Figuarts line, which you find sprinkled throughout the packaging on these. On the sides, again, a close-up of the figure. On the other side, a full image of the figure. And then on the back, we again have more looks at the figure with the various poses and accessories and everything. Okay, so let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the figure outside of the packaging. So overall, I'll say, the detailing on this figure is very nice. If you have any of the previous S.H.Figuarts Iron Man figures, like the Iron Patriot or the Mark 42 figure from the Iron Man 3 line, then you pretty much know what to expect with this figure. Same type of accessory, same type of detail and everything, same articulation and everything. So not really a whole lot different with this figure other than just the different paint scheme. So we've got the red metallic paint with the gold and some silver mixed in. All looks really nice. Much more I would say detailed than the Hasbro Marvel Legends version. A little bit nicer paint applications. You've got a more metallic looking armorized paint application on this S.H.Figuarts version. Not that the Hasbro one's that bad or anything, but it is a little bit nicer with the S.H.Figuarts. And you've got some nice sculpting detail on the arc reactor on his chest. Now, accessories, again, pretty much the same that we've seen with the previous Iron Man figures. So he's got several blast effects. So he's got the ones that attach to his feet for like the boot jets, and you just plug them into the bottom of his feet so it looks like he's flying. He's got the exhaust coming out of his boot jets. And then he comes with two different versions of blast effects for his repulsor. So he's got the longer ones and the shorter ones. And he comes with 4 different pairs of hands. So he's got 2 closed-fisted hands. Then he's got a pair of just open hands, like for flying almost. Then he's got a pair of hands that are open, but the fingers are bent a little bit, more for like a repulsor firing type, maybe, even though the actual repulsor fire ones are the ones that have the little pegs that stick out. And those are the, so you can plug in the little blast effects. So you can see it's got the little peg, and you just plug the blast effects into the hand. And again, he's got the long blast effects, and then the shorter ones are for like when he's flying. It's like, he uses the repulsors to help kind of steer. The biggest issue I have with this figure is the scale. The figure stands at just a hair over 6 inches tall. So he's a little bit on the short side to me. He's actually even appears to be a little bit shorter than the Mark 42 version, which is just a hair taller. About the same size as the Iron Patriot figure that they did. They're about the same height. But compared to like the Hasbro Marvel Legends one, it's definitely shorter than the Hasbro one. And I think the Hasbro one is actually on a pretty good scale. So here's the Captain America, the S.H.Figuarts Avengers Age of Ultron cap. And you can see that these two figures are basically exactly the same height. So to me, Iron Man should be a little bit taller than Cap. So as I said, basically the scale on these Iron Man figures are not really comparable to the other figures in the line, or even the Hasbro Marvel Legends figures. I think they're a little bit on the short side, unfortunately. The articulation on this figure is pretty good. The head's on that double ball joint like we've seen with the other S.H.Figuarts, so he can look left and right, and he's got good down movement with the head, and he can look up pretty good, and he can kind of pivot his head to the left and the right. You've got the movement at the upper neck and the lower neck with these. Arms are attached with your standard ball hinge joints. The shoulder pads are articulated so they don't really restrict the movement, and you do kind of get that movement away from the body with that kind of inside joint there with the ball joints on these. So he's got good rotation with the arm, and he can get his arm all the way out good. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got a double jointed elbow, so he's got good bending at the elbow. He does have the little elbow pads that come off, so you've got those little pieces which you want to be careful not to lose. He's also got the little pads that go over his wrists, and they are articulated, so they don't really limit the movement of the hand too much, but they are removable and they're little tiny pieces, so again, just be careful. They just kind of clip onto the hands. Hands are attached with the ball joints like we've seen with the other figures. So you've got good, you've got swivel, and then you've got some up and down movement, left to right movement with the hands. Midsection joint attached with the ball joint, so you've got a little bit of rotation there, less so than with the other figures in the line because of the way the armor is sculpted. And you've got some, you can look up and he can look down a bit. He's got the waist swivel. He's got pretty good waist swivel on this one. And then you've got the double ball joints. Well, you've got the ball joints, the legs are attached with ball joints, and then you've got the hinges where they actually attach to the crotch section. So it gives you good movement there. You can kind of do the legs down, you know, they come away from the waist. So he can get his leg forward good, and he can get his leg back good, and he can do the splits good. Then he's got the thigh swivel. He's got a double jointed knee. And again, you've got the little knee pads. I think the knee pads are actually, I guess, yeah, the knee pads are removable. So again, just be careful with those little pieces. And then he's got swivel at the ankle. He's got a little bit of up and down movement with the ankle, and then he can pivot to the inside. Can't really pivot out. The foot doesn't really pivot outwards, but you can pivot it inwards. And then he's got the toe articulation. So he's got some up and down movement with the toes. No peg holes on the bottom of his feet, just the 2 holes for the blast effects. So that's my review. Overall, I like the look of this figure. I think it's a nice looking figure, and on its own, you know, I think this is a great figure. However, I do think the scale is a little bit off with this one. I think it's a bit on the short side for Iron Man. Both with the other S.H.Figuarts in the Avengers Age of Ultron line. You know, he's the same height as Cap, and Hulk is much taller than Iron Man. And again, Hulk should be taller, but not quite as much as this figure is over the Iron Man figure. And then same for the Iron Man Legend, or the Hasbro Marvel Legends. You know, those are taller, and so like I think Hasbro's Marvel Legends Iron Man Mark 43 is in better scale than this one. But the figure on its own, the detailing, the paint applications, the accessories and everything are all very nice. It's just, like I said, a little bit on the short side to me. So this figure is out now. It's an import figure, so it's going to probably cost you in the neighborhood of $60 to $70, and it's sold any place that sells S.H.Figuarts imported figures like that. I think Big Bad Toy Store might be sold out of these, but like you can find it at places like Amazon.com and such. We'll have a full gallery of images up at MarvelousNews.com. There's a link in the description below. And as always, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And until next time, I'll catch you later.